Alright, so today we're gonna do Raksha. Had some people asking me for it, so I figured I'd make a quick guide here. I have a more in-depth breakdown for Raksha in my channel. I'll link it in the description. But today we're just gonna go over like what a Necromancy kill is going to look like. I did a couple kills off screen. It's like surprisingly quick. Yeah, it's like really fast. So to give a short breakdown of what Raksha does, he does 4 auto attacks and then a mechanic. This 4 auto attacks resets between phases. So if he does 3 auto attacks and you phase him, he still has to do 4 more auto attacks for a mechanic to happen. So what a kill is going to look like is he's going to do 4 auto attacks, and then he's going to do tail swipe. Tail swipe happens if you're in melee range of him. He will walk into melee range of you if you're not in melee range of him. So when he tail swipes, you back up 2 squares. That's how you deal with it. You could surge through him or dive away from him. That's super unnecessary. Just back up 2 squares. The timing on it is also like pretty lenient. Like you can move decently late and still like not take damage. So there's tail swipe. He has shadow bomb. When he does shadow bomb, he's going to stun you, and then a shadow bomb is going to come down and leave like the poison cloud on the ground from Ambassador. When Ambassador smokes you, he's gonna leave that on the ground. I don't know exactly how long that lasts, maybe a minute, but I just move. It's pretty easy to not step back into it, so it's not that big of a deal. Then the third main mechanic he had is Poison the Mind. He'll summon these 2 purple orbs next to you. That'll do rapid typeless damage, just prevent you from moving. Just click on them once and they'll go away. And clicking on them also doesn't stop your action, so you can just do that, and it's like really nice. The only thing that changes before P4, you also have to deal with pools. As soon as he starts talking in P3, that's when you want to, as soon as the keeper starts talking, he'll say something about the shadows, I'll point it out. That's when you want to switch your bladed dive and start clearing pools. For that, you need a Laniakia's Spear. At the very least, ideally you have a Noxious Scythe. But at the very least, you need a Laniakia's Spear and Laceration Boots. In order to guarantee one-shot the pools, you need Precise 6 and Equilibrium 4. If you don't have both, there's a chance some of the pools might live. I don't have Equilibrium 4 on this. I don't care that much to put it on for this, so just I'm not gonna have it on, so you guys will be able to see what that looks like. Finally, in P4, Raksha will do his tail swipe every 2 auto attacks, and then after his second tail swipe, he'll summon a shield. You need to do at least 10,000 damage. It scales up with an enrage. I think it's 200 damage per 5% in enrage. It might be more than that, so don't quote me on that. But it's very, very, very doable. It's not too much at all. After that, he does like 7 tail swipes before he does the shield again. With Necromancy, you should have no issues never getting a second shield. So yeah, I'm using the same bar I used in the last couple videos. We're gonna do the same exact strategy where we are using Volley whenever we have 3 stacks, using Finger of Death when we have at least 6 stacks of Necrosis. And then, because Raksha has a decent amount of health, we do want to try to bloat whenever he doesn't have bloat on him. So, yeah, that's basically it. For my gear, I'm using tier 90 stuff. I have 2 pieces of first Necromancer, but these aren't going to meaningfully improve my kill speeds. I bought a tier 90 Death Guard, not augmented at all. So, I have a Zut Cape on Amulet of Souls, and then this can be any ring. A Luck of the Dwarves is good. You can use a 6th Age Circuit. 6th Age Circuit actually has more damage and an armor bonus. So I'm just wearing a Hazel Music because I have it. And then this just gives a prayer bonus for not using any of these runes. For my book, Yeah, no problem. For my book, I'm using the Tome of You can use any of the Elder God books, so they're all good. I'm not using them for budget's sake. And then I'm just not using a familiar because you don't need one. So yeah, let's get into the Raksha kill. You don't need defensive auras for Raksha, so you can just bring anything. I don't use like Majoret or Dark Magic anywhere, so I'll just turn these on for this kill. But yeah, let's get into it. So you want to Surge. Darkness is really good here. You want to summon all of your guys. Overload. You want to activate Vengeful Ghost and then walk up. And then we're just going to get into Prayer Flicking. Prayer Flicking is like the biggest thing here. As long as you're Prayer Flicking right, then Raksha will die very, very quickly. So that was 4 autos. We're going to back up. You saw I moved kind of late and it just didn't matter. Just going to make sure to use our stacking abilities. So we're using Finger of Death whenever we have Necrosis. Gonna walk around him. I just like to take a loop around him. If you do that, you shouldn't get hit by any of the rocks. We're gonna bloat here. We're gonna Finger of Death. We're gonna expel the shadow energies. Just click on each of them once. And you can see, like, with no familiar, no aura, no damage book, I'm still killing it, like, very, very, very quickly. Okay, so now we're going to send off a volley of souls, and we're going to get ready to Bladed Dive. So the shadows grows thicker, now we want to Bladed Dive. Okay, so we killed a good amount of the pools. We're gonna kill this guy, because if we don't, he does like a lot of damage, so it's just good to kill him. Expel the shadow energy and just keep hitting Raksha. Activate Excalibur. You don't have Excalibur, you can just eat here. A bunch of the pools survived because, he's gonna stun me here, so I'm gonna free him. A bunch of the pools survived because of the issue I was talking about with Lanikia's Spear, not having the, not having the equilibrium. So that's why his enrage is so high. Is that all the pools lived? But it shouldn't matter. We should be very, very comfortable here.
7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you.
Thanks, Ganland, for the follow.
You must finish him quickly. The secondary defenses.
So it's every two autos here. So we're just going to do our prayer flicks. You don't have to walk back into melee range here. You can just chill. Here, we're going to save our damage dealing abilities for when he does his shield. His shield's going to have a lot of health. So we're just going to volley. Going to Finger of Death. And even on 42% enrage, we still, like, broke the shield. So now we're just going to walk around, still doing our prayer flicks. He's going to stun us. We're going to free him. We're going to wait for the Shadow Bomb, and then we're going to walk here. Now we're going to hit him. Activate our anima, and then we just DPS now. At this point, the kill is basically guaranteed. Make sure to step away every 2 auto attacks. We'll put another Vuln Bomb on.
7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you.
Thanks, BKR, for the follow. And he's dead. So that was a 4-minute kill with no familiar. We did use a damage aura, but no familiar and no book. And my main hand wasn't augmented. He took a lot of enrage from me messing up, or me not having equilibrium for my Lanikia Sphere, but it just didn't matter because like I hit most of my perflicts, and that's really all you need to do to get a Raksha kill. We're gonna go back in. We're not gonna do a full kill, but we're gonna go back in and just show you what the different auto attacks look like in case you're like not sure. Actually, no, we will just do a full kill. That's just fine. We'll overload again. So his melee attack is gonna be the headbutt. There's like a little bit of a windup. The magic attack is gonna be his like breath attack, and then when he like leans his head forward and shoots spikes out of his tails, that's gonna be his range attack. So here we're gonna summon everything. Walk up. Activate Vengeful Ghost.
The flow has been interrupted. He is roused.
And we're just gonna use our abilities. We're letting Revolution do everything here. I'm just making sure I use Finger of Death whenever I get the chance to. This is ranged. Magic. Ranged. And you can see our kill times are like really, like, these are really competitive. Like, all things considered. We're gonna Finger of Death here. I also forgot to use the spec because I'm actually not used to using the weapon spec, so I'll try to remember to do that soon. Finger of Death here. This is Poison the Mind. Just expel the shadows. We're gonna use our special attack here. Did 10k. It's not bad. Then we're gonna Bladed Dive.
You must defeat him quickly.
There's like a good amount of these alive. I'm gonna like kill them. Or I'm gonna kill like one of them. I'm gonna eat here. I can't find the other orb. It's right there. Okay. Make sure you Vuln Bomb him. But yeah, we're just letting Revolution do pretty much everything. Whenever we're full on stacks, we're making sure to use our abilities that consume stacks. We Freedom here. Use Weapon Special because it's off cooldown. And just keep running until he stops bombing you.
It's too dangerous.
Nice.
I'll open the gates. Draw him through.
We might actually run out of prayer here because I forgot to do that, but if that happens, then we'll deal with that when we get there. Again, we're gonna save our big damage abilities for to break shield. So we're gonna volley, and it broke the shield instantly. I'm gonna surge, dive, surge. I'm doing this really fast. You don't have to do it this fast. Activate our anima, and then we'll just hit him. I ended up doing the Raksha kill like for this guide, and I was like pleasantly surprised with how fast it was going, even with me like not really having any gear. Like, this is going by really, really, really quickly, all things considered. Oops. Definitely prayer flick that. So I ran out of prayer here, so I'm just gonna have to improvise. Okay, we figured it out. Nice. But yeah, so that's Raksha with Necromancy. It's your damage is really, really, really high. So the only thing you really have to worry about is like making sure you're hitting your prayer flicks, because with your Vengeful Ghost and then Soul Split, you just aren't. Raksha can't kill you if you have Vengeful Ghost and Soul Split. Like, he just can't. And then make sure to not panic whenever he stuns you. As long as you dodge the tail, you should never have to like panic freedom. Something to think about is if you do get tailed, you do want to freedom for sure. And then after 2 auto attacks, you want to anticipate. But again, generally speaking, this like you shouldn't have to deal with that many mechanics, because like a 4-minute kill with like pretty bare bones materials is really, really fast. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys out with Raksha.